Listen. This is Kriolu, a language invented here by African slaves that were shipped to America 500 years ago. A language bound by the Portuguese colonizers and the Catholic Church. Up until 30 years ago, it was considered the tongue of the devil.
All people here speak better Creole than Portuguese. That's why the service is in Creole, in order to touch our hearts, in order to touch our minds.
Today, it's still not recognized as an official language. Despite it being widely spoken in the country, Portuguese continues to be the country's official language.
We need to speak Portuguese because we're a member of the community of Portuguese language. Portuguese is also part of our identity.
The Portuguese who discovered these islands turned them into a transit point where African slaves were shipped off to the Americas. Kriolu was a language invented by these slaves who had different dialects but needed to communicate with one another, creating a language the Portuguese couldn't understand. In a push to get it recognized, some schools are teaching in Kriolu instead of Portuguese. Teachers here believe children learn better in their native tongue, especially when it comes to complex subjects like maths and physics. To do so, Cape Verdeans are developing the language, compiling new words. They've even created an English to Kriolu dictionary. This is part of a greater trend in Africa, where dialects spoken before the colonization are now put into writing to keep their native tongues alive. This former education minister fears the students' education will suffer. He believes Portuguese has a richer vocabulary and is better adapted to communicating in an interconnected world, an opinion shared by many officials on the islands.
It would be a mistake to choose between the two languages. One is specially for oral communication, another one is specially for written communication.
There are words in Kriolu that exist in no other languages, like saudade, meaning the feeling between missing and longing, a word invented here by displaced African slaves. Kriolu continues to be a language of defiance, unlikely to disappear anytime soon. Nicolas, Haque, Jazeera, Praia.